Yeah, let's buy a
Oh,
cherry,
my
but forget the cake, you know? Idiots. I just feel like some of the decisions made, and I'll tell you something, you think there's a project in place. They had scheduled ESPN and an interview with Beppe Marotta on the day he got sacked, okay? We're sitting there
Oh my
waiting in the
God.
room. We're waiting in the room to interview Beppe Marotta. This was going to be the biggest interview that we had. That was going to be like my moment to be like, firstly, I adore you, yeah? And listen, I've seen Beppe Marotta at a dinner when Real Madrid had taken on Borussia Dortmund and the Juve contingent were there to watch it. This is the time when Conte was there. And you felt like when you looked at the table, you know, Paratici and Conte are just having a laugh and everyone is sort of like speaking amongst each other. Beppe Marotta looked like the guy that wasn't the most popular man on the bench. Does that make sense? You know? But he, like you said, he was the adult and he was just surrounded by people who like loved life and he was there to like, you know, make it all a little bit serious. And so they were like, okay, so he's going to be ready in the next hour. So prepare yourselves and we're going to put you here. We're so sorry. It's going to take an hour, but it's just, he's got so many things going. And we're like, okay, half an hour goes by, an hour comes by, 2 hours come by, 2.5. And I'm thinking, this is like really unprofessional at this point. Like I've never been treated like this here. Like this is really bizarre. Yeah. And then all of a sudden there's loads of commotions. He's like, you know, talking in Italian in a really angry tone. And I'm like, what just happened? And they're like, so Beppe Marotta is no longer in a job. Can we offer you another interview? And I'm like, are you being serious? Do you even like, what's happening? Like, does anyone know what's happening? And so, yeah, since 2017, when Allegri wanted to leave you because he told you guys are falling and you're not doing the right things, your market is going in the wrong strategy. He mentioned that Marotta was on board with him, and yet they still didn't heed the advice of these two adults. And then that's why Allegri had threatened to leave, decided to stay because they promised him they will try to satisfy him, and they never did. And it just really fell apart. And the midfield is all he cared about, and the midfield is literally the worst department that I've seen.